Welcome back to Dual-Sided. We're back. King James, I don't think he realizes that the rules apply to him. Did you hear about what happened, this past week with, so for any of you guys that don't know, LeBron James, the King James, he violated the NBA health and safety protocols. And, this breach took place prior to the, Wednesday's game, the playing game versus the, Golden State Warriors. That's where LeBron hit a clutch shot, from near midcourt. Obviously the Lakers went on to, secure the 7th seed. And obviously they just faced the Phoenix Suns. Obviously they lost. The reason why we're here is, him, going to a event, and that event was a tequila event, his own brand. I believe it's called Lobos 1707. And, some notable attendees that went to the event were Drake and Michael B. Jordan. Obviously, Drake was seen at the Lakers-Warriors game on Wednesday. Adrian Wojnarowski, Woj, he tweeted, LeBron James won't be suspended for protocols violation. Sources tell ESPN, nature of event didn't rise to a threat level if virus spread, as described in Mech 10 story below. Suns Lakers game on Sunday. What do you feel about him not getting suspended?
Well, is this something that people would usually get suspended for?
Yeah, like Caris LeVert is one of the guys who actually recently got suspended, or you could say suspended, but he had to quarantine, I believe is the right term, for 10 to 14 days. And both of the games, he missed both of the games, which was the Pacers playing games, and they ultimately were eliminated by the Washington Wizards. So, I mean, do you think this is just a double standard for LeBron?
I mean, yeah, for sure. But being the best player in the league, of course, you're gonna get that type of treatment,
preferential treatment, and it's no surprise that you think the NBA definitely needs LeBron in the playoffs, huh?
Yeah, it would be one thing if this happened during the season. Then I think they would have done it, but in the playoffs, I don't know why they would do that.
But a former Suns star, Charles Barkley, obviously he has a role in NBA on TNT now, but he had something to say, and on an interview on Jenkins and Jones, and Barkley stated, let me tell you something. Hey, listen, I love Adam Silver. Rest in peace, David Stern, best commissioner in sports. The NBA ain't got the balls to suspend LeBron James. 0. So, I mean, obviously Charles Barkley is one of those guys who, he's not afraid to speak on whatever, whenever he feels like. It may not be the most popular opinion, but, I mean, he states the truth most of the time. But according to the NBA health and safety protocols, players who fail to comply with the rules are subject to warnings, fines and suspensions. And, the NBA did reportedly investigate this violation from LeBron. And ultimately, obviously, we just saw the tweet from Woj. It wasn't, a risk. And, it wasn't a risk of spread. So I don't know how they tell that. But, I mean, it's up to the NBA at that point. But, obviously the NBA did nothing about this. They did something about, Caris LeVert, like I stated. How does this look for LeBron and his credibility? In terms of, like, obviously LeBron's one of those guys who speaks on issues off the basketball court.
I don't know if this doesn't, there's other issues that, I felt like he was being hypocritical, but I don't know how this is.
You just look at it as on the court.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just on the court, but
it's another thing. If this happened earlier this year, where COVID cases were at an all-time high, then almost everyone would have to agree that he would have to be suspended.
Yeah, obviously it's as the season progressed, it's obviously COVID is starting to cool down. The whole NBA is starting to, you see fans back in attendance. They didn't start off with fans, so it's good to see that. But I mean, Caris LeVert, he's one of the guys that did get suspended. So, I mean, that's what people were a little, upset about, that, why did Caris get suspended and LeBron didn't? And obviously, it's the NBA needs LeBron in the playoffs, and another organization that needs LeBron in the playoffs or in the game period is the Lakers. Obviously, they lost today, 90 to 99, and LeBron, when he missed 20 games earlier this season. You know, the Lakers were 8-12. You know, in the absence of James. So I mean, it's the Lakers for sure need him, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
You can't just go. The Lakers can't just rely on AD,
especially with how he played today.
Yeah, and that's a whole different topic for our very next video. But you know, the Lakers are very relying on LeBron, and you know, hopefully, you know, obviously nothing's gonna happen with this violation, but hopefully it doesn't happen again. Thoughts on the series so far, with obviously how this, you know, this violation and the Suns. You know, someone asked Monty Williams, and he said that he wasn't, you know, he's not focused, he's not worried. You know, he's just going to focus on winning the series, and obviously they got game 1. You think this is a distraction at all?
No, not really. I don't think so. I think what's more of a distraction is how you know, they need to play better on the courts.
Hopefully they come out better, and you know, in game 2, and it's a more entertaining game. Either way, it was entertaining today, but hopefully it's more of a close game. You know, so once again, this is Dual-Sided. Follow us on Dual-Sided down below. And thanks for watching. Peace.